And a very warm welcome to you. Do you know anybody who's on an NHS waiting list? Anybody who's waiting for surgery? Because I want to address the fact that in the UK we have 7 million people or more who are actually on the waiting list, which means that there's an awful lot more people than that who are struggling or suffering in silence, waiting for appointments. But actually, I want to really shed a positive light on this if I can, because there's so much that you can do while you're waiting for surgery. So, this is where my concept of get set for surgery has come from, because clearly people need to be empowered. You need to feel that you can do something instead of just being told, just wait and see what happens. When we all know that the longer you wait, the worse your symptoms seem to get. However, if we take a functional medicine approach, I'd like to suggest the idea that we use that time waiting for surgery to actually optimize health and to make you in the best position possible so that you're ready for the surgery. And by that, I mean looking behind the scenes at seeing what's going on in your body. So, for example, when you have surgery, you will need to have medication. You will need to have an anaesthetic. Some people are used to having medication. Some people have avoided it. So we don't really know how your body's going to react. And we don't really know what the toxic load currently is. The toxic load or toxic burden means how much your liver is already trying to process toxins from the environment or from your diet or whatever else. So one of the things that we can do when you get set for surgery is to do a complete detox of your system, a liver cleanse, if you like, to give your system a break from having to work so hard and having your immune system working so hard that it's constantly firefighting. The way we do that with functional medicine is obviously with your food, your lifestyle, with what you drink or what you don't eat, and avoiding certain foods that are known to increase the toxic burden on your body. So that's just one of the things that you can do while you get ready for surgery. Because if your body is already in a good state and you're as healthy as possible, then not only does that reduce the risk of surgeons saying, I'm sorry, but for whatever reason, the situation's deteriorated and we can't operate, but it also helps to speed up your recovery. And let's remember that you're not just waiting for surgery, you're waiting for a better recovery time and a better quality of life. So the more you can do while you're waiting, the better the outcome is going to be. And of course, the easier the procedure is going to be for the surgeon. Another thing that we need to look at in the body is the what's called oxidative stress and the amount of antioxidants you have in your body. So when you've been ill or in pain for a long period of time, your body starts to produce something called oxidative stress. And it's a little bit like the rusting process. You know, oxygen comes into contact with metal or with iron and it makes it rust. If you bite into an apple, you can see within about 5 or 10 minutes, the nice, beautiful, crisp white part of the apple starts to go a bit brown and a bit dried up. Again, that's due to the oxygen. The same thing happens day in and day out inside of our bodies. Just because we breathe oxygen, we need oxygen. However, in a healthy body, we can get rid of the unwanted byproducts of that oxygen. We can get rid of the rust, for want of a better word. You might want to think of it as free radicals. But the way we get rid of that is using our food, ideally food and water, but it's particular types of food. And it has to be food that is produced in a way that is full of nutrients, phytonutrients in particular. The kind of sciencey bit on the back of it is that phytonutrients have an odd number of molecules, and so do the free radicals. And so the two odd numbers catch each other. The phytonutrients, if you like, catch onto the free radicals and escort them out of the body. Phytonutrients are found in fruit and vegetables. That's why everybody says eat 5 a day or more if you can. That's why phytonutrients and vegetables are so important. But particularly when you're struggling with a long-term or chronic health problem. Of course, going hand in hand with long-term health problems or something that's causing you to wait for surgery is often a degree of immobility or reduced movement, reduced exercise, either because you don't have the energy and don't feel well enough, or because you've got physical pain, maybe in your back, your hips, your knees, your legs. The challenge with that is that exercise is what flushes these free radicals out of our body, because the lymphatic system is a system of fluids in the body that's responsible for cleansing it and cleaning it out. And it doesn't have a pump of its own. So it relies on the heart and other fluids and exercise as well to kind of squeeze it out and to flush it out. And so when you're immobile, that doesn't happen to the same extent. And that means that your body is filling up with toxins. It's not cleaning itself out properly. And that can make you feel like you've got a poor memory, a low mood, low energy, and you just start to feel older. A lot of people say, I feel like I'm 100 years old when they've got a chronic health problem. And actually, it may not be just the problem itself that you're waiting to get treated. It could be because of the buildup of these toxins in the body. And so Get Set for Surgery is a program that I've developed to help you prepare your body for surgery and recovery, because that's just so important. It's very easy to focus on the big event and to not realize that the idea is that afterwards you will have a better quality of life. You will get back to doing things that you used to do, but you've got a better chance of that happening if you use this time on a waiting list instead of feeling disempowered and frustrated and angry about the system and about it not working. Let's use this time constructively to prepare you physically, mentally, and emotionally for the surgery and for your better life after the surgery. So again, another part of Get Set for Surgery is about, for some people, it'll be meditation. For others, it will be some sort of spiritual activity. If you're religious, you might go to your spiritual place. If you just have some deep held beliefs, then that's an important aspect of your life to incorporate into your overall health pattern. And if you don't, and you don't believe in anything else out there, as it were, it's still important to give your body some downtime and to listen to your body. So to take time out, maybe for mindfulness or meditation. There's all sorts of ways that we can reduce our stress hormones. And it's particularly important before surgery that you lower your stress hormones, because that has an impact on all your other hormones as well, and on your digestive enzymes, of course, because if your digestive enzymes aren't working properly, then you're not going to digest your food, which means you're not going to get the goodness out of it, and you're more likely to put weight on. If you put weight on, there could be a risk with either the surgeon saying they're not able to operate because you're over your ideal weight, your BMI is too high, or if they do operate, the chances are they'll need more medication because you'll have a higher body mass. So you see, stress and worry that your illness is causing can also have a knock-on effect on other aspects of your health. So Get Set for Surgery is a 3-month program where we work together to help you be physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually ready for surgery and recovery, and for a better life the other side of surgery. So I hope that that's given you some food for thought, that if you're one of the 7 million people on an NHS waiting list, or if you know somebody who is, this time can be used constructively to help you to get a better outcome. So I'm Simone Buna, and I own Barefoot Medicine. I look at natural ways of helping you to be the best version of yourself. I hope that's been helpful for you, and please do pass this video on to anybody who is waiting for surgery.